Learn about the county's model healthcare plan, convenient family clinics, children's programs, neighborhood and senior centers, transportation services, and more.
Welcome to Hillsborough Health, a series that informs viewers of the services available to them within Hillsborough County. Today's show will be about homeless services. My name is Olga Mendoza with Homeless Services, and I'd like the panel to introduce themselves.
My name is Felicia Crosby Rucker. I'm the Director for Homeless Services.
My name is Laura Rice. I'm the Manager of Contracts and Grants with Homeless Services.
My name is Terry Thomas. I'm the Contracts Manager with Hillsborough County Homeless Services.
Let's talk about Hillsborough County Homeless Services, who you are, and your role in addressing homelessness within the community.
Hillsborough County Homeless Services Department was created in 2014. The department manages several emergency bridge housing contracts that provide assistance to homeless individuals and families in the community. Also, our department is responsible for supporting and promoting comprehensive approaches and strategies towards reducing and ending homelessness in the community.
Can you define homelessness and the services that are needed?
Hillsborough County actually uses the federal definition for literally homeless in serving our clients. Literally homeless means someone that's living in a place that is not meant for human habitation, such as in a car on the streets, under a bridge, somewhere that's not meant for human habitation, staying in a motel or hotel that's being paid for by a local government or a charitable organization, or someone that's living in a shelter. Why this service is needed? Well, at some point in their lives, whether it's an individual or family, they actually experienced a life event that actually significantly changed their lives and resulted in them living on the streets or in a shelter. It could be a loss of job, loss of income in the house, or it could have been a medical issue.
You mentioned emergency bridge housing contracts. Laura, can you tell us a little bit more about how the county partners with outside agencies in order to solve the problem of homelessness?
We currently contract with 4 community nonprofits to provide services to homeless people in Hillsborough County. That includes the Salvation Army that provides 75 beds, Metropolitan Ministries that provides beds for families and single women. We also contract with ACTS, the Agency for Community Treatment Services, that provides 30 beds for people with substance abuse and mental health issues, as well as 8 apartments in the community. Lastly, we partner with the Community Housing Solution Center operated by DACO that operates with 75 beds for the homeless.
You mentioned the Community Housing Solution Center. Let's share now a video of the Solution Center and one of our success stories.
Welcome to the beautiful DACO Community Housing Solution Center. I'm Antoinette Triplett, the Chief Executive Officer for the Tampa Hillsborough Homeless Initiative.
If it was just a shelter, it wouldn't fit us. That's absolutely right. But because people stay here up to 4 months, we're able to provide health care, the wraparound behavioral health issues that may plague the person that's homeless, as well as helping them find a home, and education, which the Hillsborough County School System is providing a teacher here for us.
I won't be afraid to speak about what happened to me, because my words might help somebody else. What I say may uplift someone to do the impossible, or what they believe may be impossible. Homelessness, as you did state, is not a final thing. It's not who you are. It's temporary. And we see that here today. A lot of the help that we've received just in this building alone was immense. It was overwhelming. From my heart, from my wife's heart, from my unborn child's heart, I thank you. Thank you very much.
It's that quality of and dignity of life that we are bringing to the homeless in our community. We realize we need a serious transformation for how we're addressing homelessness. This is, it's not just excitement today, it's emotional. And we are ending homelessness. There is a vision to end it. The first time we have broken down the barriers for all the people to work together, the city, the county, all of our private sector and stakeholders. We're building that foundation I believe, to really work together and solve this problem. But we know it's going to take one homeless person at a time.
Even though I've only been here a short time, it has allowed me to, accomplish things I would have never been able to accomplish being out on the street.
This can do wonders for a lot of people.
It has changed my expectations and my mindset. I think it is a top-notch program. I think that the county, it is well needed within the county, and I'm very proud to say that I am a resident here.
I can honestly say that the people that live here, the ones that we came here with, they've become more family than our actual family.
Another partner that we have is Metropolitan Ministries. They have 48 units on their Tampa campus, as well as 12 community apartments and a community partner that they contract with named Mary and Martha House that also provides an additional 6 rooms. We have a wonderful success story that we'd like to share with you from Metropolitan Ministries. If you don't mind, we'll show it now.
Hope Hall is much more than just a bed. It's much more than just a shelter. What we do at Hope Hall is we provide hope by helping families get back on their feet. It's focused on education, it's focused on job development, job training, job searching, and it's focused on self-sufficiency, helping families move forward. I could go on and on about the good work that happens when we all come together, but I'd rather have you hear from someone who's benefiting from that. And just last week at one of our staff meetings, Daniel Price came to speak to us, a new resident at Metropolitan Ministries.
If you have made mistakes, even serious ones, there's always another chance for you. What we call failure is not falling down, but staying down. Mary Pickford said it best. God knows I've made mistakes and that I have fallen down, but even before I knew there was another chance for me, Metro knew it first. I became homeless in April 2013. I was estranged from my 8-year-old son, and I stayed in my car with my 6-year-old son. 6-month-old, excuse me. We went to a shelter where we had stayed for a brief time. I couldn't find a job. I'd lost my car. But most importantly, I had lost myself. I didn't know who I was living a sober life. I had started working with Stacy Bass of First Hugs in July 2013. She had started to tell me to come into Uplift Youth's program at Metro. I was persistent in not going as she was persistent in me coming into the program. She never gave up, not once. She never took no for an answer. She always built me up, told me that this was the way. When I decided that I would come into the program, I had found out the day before I got here that I was actually going to be in the 3-month program for Hope Hall. I did not believe that in 3 months that it was possible to get my life together. Coming into Metro, I found a safe place for both my children. Liz helped me get a full-time job in social work to give back to what had been given to me. Dari had helped me face my addiction and find myself, who I was, without the drugs, without the alcohol. Chantel took me to sign for my apartment just last week. I was right. It wasn't 3 months, but Metro was right. It was 3 weeks. It took me only 3 weeks to get an apartment, to get a job and what I love. I didn't just settle. Some of the points that I would like to make is that Metro gave me things that money could not buy. They gave me faith, they gave me confidence, and they gave me hope.
This is really a momentous day for Hillsborough County. I got to tell you, that story really said something to me, because for a period of time last year, there was a little bit of a dark cloud over homeless services in Hillsborough County. And guess what? Today, we are starting fresh. This is it. We are at We are at the crossroads of really telling this community we are going to solve the homeless problem once and for all. This partnership is just going to enable people to do so many things, and we're just very grateful. So thank you very much, and good luck to you.
The Community Housing Solutions Center was actually a model that was presented to the county by the new leadership at Tampa Hillsborough Homeless Initiative. They're the lead entity for homelessness in Hillsborough County. Homelessness is a big issue in Hillsborough County, and what we realize is it is a community problem and it warrants a community response. Hillsborough County actually is just a piece of the puzzle in solving homelessness. We partner with a lot of internal and external agencies. We partner internally with affordable housing services, social services, code enforcement, as well as veteran services. Our external partners can include community partners, faith-based groups, law enforcement. Actually, Tampa Police Department and Hillsborough County Sheriff Department are some of our community partners that work with us on addressing homelessness here in Hillsborough County. So this is definitely a multi-sector collaborative effort in addressing homelessness.
So let's say someone then that is homeless, and how are they able to access the services through those contracts that are available to them?
Currently, we're working with the Tampa Hillsborough Homeless Initiative, finalizing the coordinated intake and assessment system in which people can access homeless services. However, at this time, they can contact Tampa Hillsborough Homeless Initiative at 813-223-6115, or they can call 211 Tampa Bay, as well as our office at 813-301-7328.
Has the county's investment made an impact on homelessness?
Definitely. In the last few years, Hillsborough County has made a significant investment in homelessness. Our Board of County Commissioners and our County Administrator are definitely committed to reducing and ending homelessness in Hillsborough County. As a result of the emergency bridge housing contracts that Laura talked about earlier, Hillsborough County was able to decrease street homelessness by 30%. That is definitely a big
huge.
That is definitely huge for this community.
Terry, how do clients that are in the emergency bridge housing and the Community Housing Solutions Center facility transition to permanent supportive housing?
Great question, Olga. Based on the 4 contracts that we have with the partnering agencies that Laura previously mentioned, we conduct monthly case management meetings, and in those case management meetings, we discuss in detail the housing plan, which details which avenue is best suited for the client. Some of our clients in the facilities have either health issues or mental issues or both, and that entails determining how long or what type of plan needs to be devised to get them exited out into a positive permanent supportive housing. And in those meetings, we'll sit around and we discuss each client in detail to make sure that client is exited to the proper housing channel.
And how do we prevent clients from entering homelessness again?
We pretty much focus on educating clients once they're in our facilities, because there are various resources out there. As Felicia mentioned earlier, there's a lot of money on the streets, and we have a lot of partnering agencies that reach out and work with our homeless clientele. So what we basically try to do is educate them on all the community resources, so if and when a problem exists, they know where to turn to get those resources before it turns into a serious homelessness problem with homelessness, I should say.
And can you tell us a little bit more about those resources, what resources are available?
We have supportive services for veterans and families, which is administered through Tampa Crossroads and St. Vincent de Paul. For chronic homelessness, we have ACTS, which was mentioned earlier, and Grace Point, which handles rapid rehousing program. And for families and individuals, we have Hillsborough County Emergency Solution Grant, and through the City of Tampa, they also administer the Emergency Solution Grant as well.
And Felicia, what are some other things that are being done to reduce and end homelessness?
Well, Hillsborough County, as I stated earlier, is definitely committed to reducing and ending homelessness. We're doing a lot of partnering and coordinating with Tampa Hillsborough Homeless Initiative, the lead entity, and the City of Tampa. We're also creating a homeless resource app for our clients to be able to use. And also, too, we're investing in the Housing First model. The Housing First model is about meeting people where they are and getting them immediately off the streets, and then providing that case management and wraparound services. We have 2 projects. One, Grace Point, it's called Cypress Landings, and the other one is with Steps Forward, it's called Southland Communities. We're actually working closely with our own affordable housing, Hillsborough County Affordable Housing Services Department, and the City of Tampa Housing Department to make sure that we preserve and create affordable housing stock in the community so that when our clients are ready to exit the shelters and facilities, that they have a place that is affordable that they can stay in.
You mentioned wraparound services. Can you share with us what those services are?
Yes, case management, where they have a case manager that will check on them. Depending on the client's needs, it can be once a week, it could be 2 or 3 times a week. Case management services, assistance when applying for Hillsborough County health care plan if they don't have insurance, assistance with transportation, assistance with applying for economic benefits such as food stamps, and also assisting them with Social Security or disability benefits that they need to secure.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, Tampa Hillsborough Homeless Initiative will join us.
Creating a corporate video is the fastest way to deliver any message online about your business. Many companies are now switching their primary marketing focus to online video-based strategies, and as such are seeing a much higher return on investment. Video sharing sites like Vimeo or YouTube have the potential to get your videos seen by millions of viewers, simply because videos hosted on these sites are shareable. A corporate video can be the gift that keeps on giving, as it can be used in a multitude of different ways. The video can double as a brand awareness tool. The video also can be repurposed or cut down to a promotional style. With an experienced, creative, and award-winning staff, TBCN is the right choice for all your video and audio production needs. To learn about how we can help you expand or refine your business through the use of video, call us at 813-977-5200 and visit us at tbcn.org.
Welcome back. We will now talk with members of the Tampa Hillsborough Homeless Initiative. Please introduce yourselves.
Antoinette Triplett, Chief Executive Officer of the Tampa Hillsborough Homeless Initiative.
I'm Antonio Bird. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of the Tampa Hillsborough Homeless Initiative.
Can you please tell us a little bit about THHI and how they serve the community?
The Tampa Hillsborough Homeless Initiative is designated by the federal government, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, the state of Florida, and the community to be the strategic planning body for on the issue of homelessness. Part of our role is to develop strategies and resources, also to work with faith-based organizations, not-for-profit organizations, and corporations in order to achieve our mission.
And Antonio, tell us, how many agencies do you work with?
The Tampa Hillsborough Homeless Initiative works with over 60-plus agencies. Some of those agencies fall in the categories that Antoinette mentioned. On the local government level, we work with the city and the county. We also work with the Tampa Police Department, Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, and some nonprofit agencies such as ACTS and Metropolitan Ministries and DACO. And on a private sector end, we do work closely with the Tampa Bay Rays, Tampa Bay Lightnings, to just to name a few.
Antoinette, can you share some information on the strategic plan for homelessness?
Yes. The Homeless Initiative is in the final stage of developing a 5-year strategic plan on homelessness for the community. There are 5 goals within the strategic plan. The first goal is to end veterans homelessness by December 2015. The next goal is to end chronic homelessness by the end of December 2017. The next 2 goals, number 3 and 4, is to end youth homelessness by 2020 and family homelessness by 2020. The final goal is to develop permanent housing for those that are in need of services. Additionally, we have key strategies in order to carry out those goals, and those strategies include improving our coordinated intake system and our assessment system. The other strategies also include prevention and diversion. So by doing that, we prevent people from ever entering the system of homelessness or ever getting to a point where they need services that can really be expensive. Identifying the appropriate housing for those subpopulations that we talked about, for veterans and for the youth population, also for those that are experiencing chronic homelessness that may need permanent supportive housing, a lifetime of services. Another strategy includes ensuring housing retention. How can we keep those persons that are experiencing homelessness
from repeating the cycle of homelessness. So working on what strategies we need to have in place for that. We're also working on strengthening our infrastructure, making sure that we have the right partners at the table and that we continue to meet our goals even after the 5-year plan has ended. And the last one is to make sure that we're engaging the community. There are a lot of resources in the Tampa area and in Hillsborough County, and our goal is to make sure those resources are used efficiently.
Antonio, in Tampa, a point-in-time count is done in February. What did the data show?
The Tampa Hillsborough County Continuum of Care does an annual national homeless count that is done on the national level. We do our point-in-time count in the month of February every year with approval from HUD to do it during that month. On a national level, they typically do it during the month of January. During our last point-in-time count that was held on February 26th, we had roughly 1,931 literally homeless individuals sleeping in the streets or living in emergency shelter or transitional housing. Out of that 1,931 individuals, we did see a 31% decrease in our street unsheltered population for the overall homeless population. And out of that 1931, roughly 19% of those individuals suffer from some form of mental health issue. And 23% of that population, we had a 23% decrease in the chronic homeless population this year as well. And from that number, we also had 16% of the population identify themselves as being a military veteran.
Interesting. And then while it's discouraging to see homeless veterans, I understand there is a lead campaign to end veteran homelessness. Antoinette, can you tell us a little bit more about this campaign?
Yes, so ending veteran homelessness by 2015 is number one for our 5-year strategic plan. In Hillsborough County, what we've done over the last year, and we're doing again this year, is a project called Operation Reveille. Operation Reveille is to end homelessness among vets. There are 3 pillars to Operation Reveille. The first one is to house 50 homeless vets on Veterans Day. The second one is to develop collaborations that will make an impact on a national scale. And then the third strategy or pillar is to also work in collaboration with our partners. So on November 11th this year, we will house 50 homeless vets in fully furnished apartments. And we will make sure the cupboards are stocked. They will have linen, they will have toiletries, supplies for their homes, cleaning supplies. Also, last year when we did Operation Reveille, we housed 53 homeless vets in one day. But providing services for vets is not just a one-day event, it's an ongoing event. So Operation Reveille is just one day the community can really come together in a collaborative effort. But we're looking and working on ending vet homelessness every day. 2 of our key partners in that effort, definitely the county is a huge partner in that effort, but of the local non-for-profit agencies, we have Tampa Crossroads and also St. Vincent de Paul that are leading the efforts with us as well. One major gift that we received last year was from Ashley Furniture. They provided all of the furniture for 53 units last year. We worked with them this year to receive additional furniture. This year we'll be able to provide furniture for over 200 households. So we're really excited about what Operation Reveille will do for homeless vets for the next year and ongoing.
It sounds excellent, Antoinette. How can the community participate in this program? Because it sounds like such a wonderful campaign. It sounds like there'll be an outpouring of people wanting to participate. How could they go about if they want to be a part of the program?
So they can give us a call at the number that will be listed below. Also, they can reach out to us on our website, which is www.thhi.org. And we'll get them involved with volunteering, donations. They can volunteer on the day of Operation Reveille, which is on Veterans Day, or there will be opportunities throughout the year to help assemble furniture and to help vets move into their homes.
Well, thank you very much. And like I said, it sounds like such a wonderful program with such success behind it. And on that note, Felicia, I know that also through Hillsborough County with all the programs that are available for people that are going through homelessness right now, all these success stories that come up. Can you share one of those with us?
The first one that comes to mind is one from the model that Antoinette and Antonio brought to us here in Hillsborough County. It's the Community Housing Solutions Center that is managed by DACO. We actually had a homeless man, I think he was just over 70 years old. He had been sleeping downtown and was homeless for over 3 years. He had lost his ID. He was born in Poland and had moved here to Tampa with his mother when he was younger. All of his family was deceased, and he got robbed and lost all of his IDs, license, birth certificate, social security card, and everything. The Solution Center opened in December of 2014. Tampa Police Department actually took the client over to the Community Housing Solution Center in December during the soft opening, and he was accepted into the Community Housing Solution Center program. There he was aligned with the case manager, and then also the Tampa Police Department didn't stop there. They worked closely with the case manager to work to get identification for the client. And on top of that, Tampa Hillsborough Homeless Initiative actually provided resources for law enforcement, Hillsborough County Sheriff Department, as well as Tampa Police Department, to purchase identification for clients. He was able to secure his ID, and the case manager was able to work with him to get him aligned with another program, and then found out he went to the bank and had a bank account.
Wow.
And found out that he had a substantial amount of money in that bank. So that was a resource that he had forgotten about, and even if he had thought about it, he didn't have the resources to access it because he didn't have any identification. So this is just another example of our multi-sector collaborative effort. You have law enforcement, you have a case management from a nonprofit, you have a lead entity for homelessness, and you have the county funding the facility that's actually just providing that service. It's a community response to a community problem.
That's fantastic. I wanted to also share with the public Operation Reveille. We want to let them know how wonderful this program is through one of the videos from the event that happened last year.
We should not let any veteran be homeless. Anyone that has worn a uniform should not be homeless in Hillsborough County. This will work with services, and that's the commitment Hillsborough County and the City of Tampa make to this. We are not giving up. We are going to make this work.
But most importantly, as a community, we must recognize that as we rise, as this community emerges from the wreckage of the recession, that we also have a moral obligation to lift as well. And to lift those that have served, to lift those that did their part for us, to lift those who, but for circumstances, would find their lives in a different place. We have that simple moral obligation to do for others what perhaps they can't do for themselves.
Taking care of our veterans and their families is a sacred responsibility that we must always uphold. Although military members make up less than 1% of our nation's population, we're all around you. We're your neighbors, we're your friends, we're active members of our communities. Today, 50 veterans will receive a very generous assistance package that goes far beyond quality permanent shelter, social services, and focused attention. They'll receive another chance.
Well, this morning I woke up and I told myself it would be a good day. So after I got my breakfast and went over to the place, to the event, it was just, everything happened so amazingly. I'm a veteran and I'm proud to be a part of an organization. Veterans aren't just people on the streets anymore. We got a house and I'm happy. So I just want to say thank you so much. I can't say thank you enough.
If you want to be part of the solution to end homelessness, please contact THHI. And if you'd like to know more about the resources offered by Hillsborough County Homeless Services, please give us a call.